Hi, I'm Caressa Jackson for Heart of the Home at the kitchen at the Meadow Event Park. And today we're going to make a teriyaki style meatball. So when you're getting ready for your holiday parties and you want to make a really good and delicious appetizer, a lot of time our go-to thing is meatballs. But we go and get them frozen out of the freezer section and throw some grape jelly on it and call it a day. But these are a homemade meatball that are sure to knock everyone's socks off, and they're really different than your traditional meatball. So today we're going to start off with 1 pound of ground beef, a ½ pound of ground pork. We have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 3 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. We have 1/3 cup of water chestnuts, a ½ cup of panko breadcrumbs, and 1 egg. So this recipe is going to start off a lot like making meatloaf. We're going to put everything in one large bowl and mix. In this recipe, you can also add 2 to 3 green onions if you like, chopped up. All right, here's the fun part. You definitely want to make sure that your meat is evenly distributed since you're using 2 different kinds. That way you don't have some meatballs that are more beefy and more meatballs that have more pork in them. Just as a little added note, I typically take the beef and the pork out about 30 minutes to an hour before I make this recipe. The reason I do that is because if you've ever tried to stick your hands in some extremely cold ground beef or ground pork when you're making a meatloaf, you know that you can almost freeze your hand off. So this makes it a lot easier for the mixing. All right, now that we have everything good and mixed, we want to go ahead and start making our meatballs. We want to make these appetizer size, so we don't want them to be more than 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. You can make them bigger, but if you do, then you would absolutely have to adjust your cooking time. Right now, we're going to cook them at 400 for 20 minutes, but if you were to make them 2 inches or more, you might want to add 5 or 10 minutes or so to the recipe. Later, once these are cooked, we are going to toss them in some more teriyaki sauce and some sesame seeds, and they'll be ready to serve. All right, now we have a full pan of fully rolled meatballs. We're going to go ahead and stick these in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes. All right, now our meatballs are out of the oven, so what we're going to do is take them directly from the pan and put them into a large mixing bowl. And this is where we are going to stir them up with a little more teriyaki sauce. You can put as much on as you like, and some sesame seeds. I'm using about a cup of teriyaki sauce and a handful of sesame seeds. You want to stir them until they are all coated with the glaze. Beef is a top commodity in Virginia as well as pork, and so it was great that we were able to combine both of those ingredients in this recipe. And here you are, teriyaki style meatballs. I'm Caressa Jackson for Heart of the Home. Come and get it.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.